What's up, guys, and welcome to episode, 10
Yeah.
of the Ultimate Guide to Dark Souls 3. Today we're going to be tackling the latter half of Irithel and Anor Londo. So this is all the area post-Pontiff. It's a fairly
short area, however, for some odd reason it takes us almost the amount of time to do this area than it did to take the main chunk of Irithel.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure why the fuck that's the case, but it is. And in this area, once we're done, we will get a new armor set. Now you want to come down here and try and get these two crystal lizards. It'll be a bit tricky, but if you get one, you can just quit out, reload, come back, and just get the other one anyway. It is possible to get both, have you seen, but it's kind of difficult. But whatever, I mean, it's not a big deal. Don't need some be-all and end-all tactic for killing a crystal lizard. But we're going to go up here. Now, we're going to ignore this wide open area. I'm just going to run straight in here to the left.
Yeah, there's a shortcut near here, as well as it saves us running through all the giants and getting peppered by all the deacons up above.
Yeah, we can just bypass that.
They launch fireballs at you almost non-stop.
So these are Irithelian slaves, but the ones with the claymore are called Irithelian soldier slave. They can drop blue blood gems, blue blood pellets. The ones with the claymore can drop the claymore and a blood gem.
Yeah, and that was a dark stone plate ring.
Yeah, so that will increase your dark defense.
Yeah, fairly basic, simple stuff so far. Nothing you guys haven't dealt with before.
Nah. But up here there is going to be some Deacons of the Deep for whatever reason.
Yeah, they pretty much dropped the same stuff as they did in the previous area as well.
Yeah,
they dropped the exact same stuff.
Just Deacon set, Deep Gem, and something else, check.
Human dregs.
Human dregs, yeah, you're right. So we're going to come up round here, there's a crystal lizard.
Yeah, there's a crystal lizard just beyond this corner. There's also a mimic up here.
Smooth, real fucking smooth.
I was gonna dynamic entry, but I missed the maybe like an 8 at the Olympics, not quite the 10, but an 8.
Nah, it's
my
not
form
5.
was good, my landing was off, that's all. So this shortcut right here, that'll take you right into Pontiff's Bottom, as you can see. And going up and over here, if you go straight ahead, by the way, in New Game Plus there will be a Ring of Favour +1.
Yeah.
If you go straight ahead, but right round here is the mimic. What's this mimic drop, Tony? Go.
The golden retro spear.
Well,
I just knew that from memory. You didn't get in my level.
I mean, I didn't need to know it from memory. I've got it right there.
Right, just saying. Doesn't matter. Anyway, right, so kill the mimic like any other mimic, and you get the golden retro spear, and then you're fucking out of here. Now, just going to reiterate, if you can't be fucked fighting mimic, just launch an old hunter's charm at it, and it will go to sleep.
That's where the Ring of Favour will be, just down there.
Yeah.
That's why I got a wee peek into that corner. So we were walking away. So now we're progressing on through with the rest of the deacons. It seems that these deacons, unless you're right up in their face, they're not going to stop firing those fire orbs at you. So get a dragon shield on and try and close the gap as quickly as you can.
Yeah, they seem really into firing that fire at you.
It super into fire. I even put on a fire ring just because I can't be fucked with it.
I think it was a bit overkill, but
It was, but
whatever.
you see me complain about how little damage I take. I don't need to give a fuck. I use more stamina swinging my sword than the damage I take for just chewing that in the face. See?
It's true. So these fat ones fall over for whatever reason.
It's because they've got a higher centre of gravity. They're easy to topple over because they're bigger. These ones should be really easy to topple over because they're lanky.
Yeah.
So they should fall really easily, but for some reason they don't.
They're really top heavy, the fat ones. It's all air, and then they've got a brain and a skull on the top, so they just fall over that way. It's like a big balloon.
Is it?
It's like a balloon if you sellotaped a stone to the top of it.
Why would you do that?
It's just an analogy. Anyway, right, so we've got killing these things. Just
nothing you haven't done.
These ones are blue instead of red.
Alright, now these two guys popping up, these are Drang Knights. These guys will drop, this one will drop Drang Spears, which are a twin spear. You won't get the Drang Hammers off the other one because you already have the Drang Hammers.
Now, something to mention is they won't always come up here to fight you. I don't know why they came up here before we went
I
down
probably
again.
got too close to the railing when I was fighting the deacons.
Maybe, but we will obviously show you where you'll normally fight them at the bottom of the stairs that we're going to be at in a second. But you can fight them here or there. These guys aren't actually that difficult. They don't really do that much damage, especially not at this point, and especially not for this build.
It's actually probably better to fight them up here after you've cleared out the deacons, because down there there's giants and stuff, and you just don't want to deal with that shit. But they ain't too difficult. You can just keep your distance, R1, R1, then back away. Usual stuff. I just had to get his last couple of hits in, didn't he?
Aye, just fucking had to be an awkward bastard about it.
Aye.
So that's them dead. You get the Dragon Twin Spears, and we can continue on.
Yeah, Dragon Twin Spears are actually pretty good. They've got the same rolling attack as God of Twin Swords. The exact same rolling attack.
And a lot of range.
Yeah, a little bit more range. They're just as quick. They do less damage, but you can put a Leo ring on, and that like helps. The problem is that if you use them or God of Twin Swords, then people are expecting the rolling attack, so you're pretty much begging to get parried. You are.
So down these stairs round at the bottom, that's generally where you'll fight the Dragon Twins, I suppose you'd call them. Now you're looking about for a soul packet,
which wasn't even there, but yeah, I'm looking around for items to make sure I don't miss any.
Yeah, so these giants, you just straight up you don't need to fight them. Don't bother fighting them. Why bother?
No reason to.
There's a few items floating about here, and the giants will eventually like wake up, but that's fine. Let them wake up.
I'm trying to think what else there is really to talk about in this section anyway.
Okay, so just picking up the rest of these items, they'll be it's not particularly entertaining at this point, but whatever. So you pick up this, and then there's like a soul packet to the left that you were looking about for after this, yeah. So the giant will get up when you get like close to it or whatever.
Yeah,
but
there's like a second giant as well, but you don't need to worry about that shit. I think there might be 3. It doesn't matter how many there are, you deal with 0 giants.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. There are 3, but you deal with 0 giants.
That's exactly it. Right, so not only that, I suppose you can use the giants to your advantage if you get invaded, or if you're the invader. So, hit this wall, and you've got a big fucking Metal Gear Solid ladder to climb down.
Snake eater. Well, there we go. Video flagged by Konami.
Aye.
That's it. All monetization rights gone. But anyway, down here there's going to be 2 of the big Aldrich dogs, the Sullivan's Beasts. This is also where the Aldrich Covenant is. You're going to have to take on 2 of them. Best thing to do is go on the right side of this water pool and stay on that side, because then you won't aggro the other one.
Yeah.
Same strategy as before. Try and just get your dodge timings down. Try and hit it in the face. If you get the riposte and it doesn't die, then you will see what happens here, because I'm pretty sure this is the one that I get the thingy on, isn't it? It starts praying.
Yeah, and for some reason it done an absolutely colossal amount of damage to you from nothing.
Yep, like exactly. Like, that's why I was like, this fucking game.
But yeah, so dodge time's down. Don't be too greedy with you attacking it. Just attack, attack, roll, attack, attack, roll. Never really go for the third attack.
And here you see it right now. So when you do that, you can get the riposte. That was like what, 4 hits to the face?
If that.
And now we're just gonna wait, and you'll see what I mean. It will ride around a little bit, and then it will begin to pray. And it will stay like that until you hit it, which is why I'm going to kill it before I aggro the other one, so I don't accidentally hit it. So, there we go. Put it down.
Put it out its fucking misery.
Do you think that was kosher? Why it went out? You think they'd be allowed to sell that in a halal butcher's?
It was the least kosher way of killing it.
Probably, yeah.
as it literally begs for you not to kill it.
I know.
Anyway, so doing the same thing with this one. Yeah, I mean, basically you want to make sure that you're not aggroing both of these things, because you're not going to win.
That's just a world of fucking like pain and despair that you don't want to go down.
Endless suffering.
Yep. So I mean, I got my dodges for this thing.
As you say that.
Never mind. As I say that, I just completely skip a dodge, but sure. I mean, I'm just getting on. I probably said that at IRL, that's why I got grabbed by that. 'Cause as soon as you brag about something, it immediately alters stance.
Aye, it just completely like
just,
changes
I'm doing
reality.
so well, and then you get absolutely fucking dunked.
So the most important thing is, though, is you kill both these things, you get the Ring of Favour, and you want the Ring of Favour because Ring of Favour good, not Ring of Favour bad. That's the rule.
Ring of Favour means more health, more stamina, and more equipment load, and you want all of that.
Yeah. So, something we should probably mention is in this area, there is the Aldrich Faithful Covenant, which is that fat cunt in the corner. So, you talk to him and...
Did you just fat shame?
You talk to him and... ableist slurs, mate. So, anyway, you talk to him and you join the Covenant, just like any other Covenant. Now, this Covenant works almost identical to the Watchdogs of Farron, except in Anor Londo. So
and Irithel post Pontiff.
yeah, it only works in this area. Essentially,
Yeah.
works past Pontiff. So basically, if you've got it equipped, if the sign up at the top left is flashing, you will be automatically summoned into somebody else's world in Anor Londo to PvP. You kill the host, and you get a human dreg.
10 human dregs net you the Great Deep Soul, and 30 human dregs net you the Archdeacon's Great Staff, and that's you maxed out the Covenant.
Yeah, so again, if you want to actually give dregs, you just talk to the NPC and just give
His
them
name
the...
no like McDowell or something like
Something
that?
like that.
I don't know, I've got the thing up here. Archdeacon McDonald.
Yeah, it's really completely
How
unimpressive.
Celtic.
I know. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the
McDonough.
Covenant. The Covenant's actually okay, because at this point you'll probably get a decent amount of PvP.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's alright, isn't it?
The most important thing in that area though is definitely the Ring of Favour.
Oh yeah, that's what you
Because
want.
that's like 10 out of 10 best ring.
So we're back in Firelink, we're just doing our general Firelink stuff. At this point we were checking to make sure that Yuria's quest line is all A-OK, which it is, so...
I think at that point I was looking for the Pale Shade set because I wanted to know if we did fight it in Farron or not, and we didn't.
Yeah.
So the Pale Shade set would have been right there opposite Yoel's body had we fought the Pale Shade twice, but we can't fight it twice because we already did Farron. So anyway, back to Aldrich. We just cut out the massively long ladder climb because it's obnoxiously huge.
Yeah, you don't need to see that.
No, you literally... I feel like when you warp to Aldrich, it only loads the little water basin, and then as you climb the ladder, it loads the rest of Irithel. It has to do that. Why the fuck would the ladder be that size otherwise? Because I know they disguise loading screens in ladders and elevators. It's common knowledge at this point. And I feel like that ladder is one massive load. Just give me a longer fucking loading screen in an elevator, please.
I think I would prefer that, yeah.
I'd rather the elevator.
So, right, okay, so we're running up here. This saves like 30 seconds worth of backtracking. It might be slightly more dangerous to go up this particular rooftop thing, but this is the right hand one. You could go up the left hand one first, but if you go up the right hand one, it means that you've got like slightly less backtracking, as I said.
Yeah.
So you pick up these ashes, and that will now allow you to buy large Titanite shards. So that means that you might as well just upgrade whatever you want to upgrade with large Titanite shards at this point.
Yeah.
You know, to like a base level, such as, you know, the bow or whatever you want. Fuck it, you can play the game. We don't control you. So, taking care of the Silver Knights. Now, Silver Knights, this is the first time you come across Silver Knights. Wait, no, it isn't.
But came across them pre-Pontiff.
Yeah, but talking about what they drop. They drop the Dragon Slayer Great Bow, Silver Knight Shield, Silver Knight Helm, of the full Silver Knight set, basically. Dragon Slayer Great Arrows, large Titanite shards, and Divine Blessing. That's only when you kill the very first one.
But will they fuck drop the SKSS or the Silver Knight Spear?
No, they won't.
Will they fuck?
So we accidentally... I don't know how you that hand.
It just gave me a kick. Like, it just randomly threw a kick into the end of my combo, so we just skipped out the bit where I ran back round.
Yeah, because, again, you don't need to see that.
No. You don't need to see us fuck it up.
Don't need to see us do anything, really. We just tell you, just get the items. There you go, guide done. But, okay, right, so...
Pay attention. There you go, 100% guide done.
Yeah. But anyway, right, two-hand your sword, and every second hit will stun the Silver Knights, so you pretty much kill them in a single combo.
That's pretty much a general rule when it comes to most enemies that are round about your height, is that you will either stun them every hit if they're unarmoured, or if they are armoured, you stun them every second hit. That's just the general rule. It goes for like Black Knights, it goes for Silver Knights, it goes for... what else did we have? Oh no, wait, there is one exception to it. It's the tall guys with the fucking the big cleaver and the pot that they throw at you. Those guys you need to two-hand.
Oh yeah.
But I guess they are like twice the size of you, so. But
anyway.
I was just making sure there wasn't an item around there.
Yeah. So there's a few more items to get before we go into the next sort of area in Anor Londo.
I think I'm lining up my dunk. Nothing but net. Which he immediately retaliates. So Silver Knights have that really annoying fucking attack where they like backstep swipe and they create so much distance that you're just like, well fuck, I guess I'll just wait for you to come back then, aye.
It might be worth just straight up never fighting against the Silver Knights single-handed, because if they do block, you're going to bounce off the shield every single time.
Yeah, and the Silver Knight Spear guys, I think they're actually easier in this game than they were in Dark Souls 1, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so a little bit.
In Dark Souls 1 they had a really annoying moveset where like literally every attack except two of them they would block at the same time. They also had 2 attacks that had the exact same startup animation. The only difference was how quickly the attack came out, so they were like, technically, there was no guaranteed parry with them.
So anyway, round here's another large Titanite shard.
So, hint, hint. If you didn't get the hint pre-pontiff, take the hint now and get at least a +6 win.
Yeah.
Like, we can't stress it enough at this point. Or, you know, don't and just, like, give yourself a massive disadvantage for no reason.
Yeah, so you can open up this bit. This is a little bit of shortcut. So you can come straight from Pontiff's boss room up to
this
here.
ladder, yeah. Because there's an elevator in Pontiff's room that you take up, and then you just go straight ahead to get to this little room.
However, given the bonfire system in this game, it's almost pointless because there's a bonfire 30 seconds away from here, so you can just warp to it
Yeah,
as soon
but
as you get to it.
that bonfire has like a fucking 1.5-minute climb up a ladder.
Yeah, but the problem is, right, is that there's nothing that can actually kill you between here and the bonfire. Okay, so first of all, we also want to drop down here and get the Dragon Slayer.
Bow and arrows.
Yeah, but again, we're just cutting out the backtracking, you know how to get there, and here we go.
Yeah, so we're back up where the Silver Knight and the Silver Knight Spearmen were, and I'm just making sure that there wasn't a drop down there for whatever reason.
So from here, we're going to do the rest of Anri's questline, and this is Yuria's part of Anri's questline. If you killed the chameleon in the last part, the guy in the corner that was a little statue, if you killed him,
then
this
Anri's questline continues with Aldrich.
Yeah.
But right now, because we let events happen, he is going to hand us the Sword of Avowal, and we're going to go wed that bitch.
It's some kind of weird fucking wedding. Like I can't remember any wedding I had to fucking stab a bitch in the face. But anyway,
it's almost like a Black Widow wedding where you just kill the husband. Don't they do that? Is it Black Widows that eat the spider that fucks them? Is it Black Widows? I think they do that. I think that's why they're called widows, because they keep killing their husbands.
So anyway, we're here, and that's the reversal ring. So if you wear that, it'll turn you into a girl.
Yeah, if you feel like you were born in the wrong body.
So press X, get the cutscene, get the dark sigils, and now you want to quit and reload, and then you'll get Anri's straight sword.
Ah, fun fact, because you get 3 dark sigils, that means Anri took 3 draw out true strength options from her little guide, like we did with Yule, because every time you take one of them you get a dark sigil. So now we have 8 dark sigils. Ah no, yeah, quit reload. Grab her stuff, and then we go back here, and after the quick reload as well, this guy should have Chameleon.
Yep.
Is it called? Yeah, it's called Chameleon in this one. It was the Bloodborne that was Messenger's gift, and what was it in Dark Souls 2?
I think it's still Chameleon.
Was it Chameleon? I don't remember, I never used it, I always used silver talismans.
Fans of Dark Souls 1 will recognise this area.
I mean, you should know about it already anyway.
Can't tell if I'm happy about it, like, yay, throwback, or yay, another asset flip. I don't know. But
nah, it's not an asset flip, Tony, it's another cycle. It's a recycle. Anyway, moving right along, they still haven't put an item at the bottom of the staircase, which I've been a critic of since day one, since I seen it in Dark Souls 1. I was like, no invisible wall, no item, are you fucking kidding me? This is like the perfect place to put something.
It really is, it really is. So now we're going to bring it back up again.
Now, the reason we're going up first, we know that Yorshka is there, yes. We're going up first to get the Anor Londo bonfire, because when you go to Yorshka, it means that there's no way back up here other than running all the way through all the Silver Knights again. So we're going to get this, and then we're going to go down to Yorkshire. Now, you can leave the rotunda right where it is, and you can drop off the bottom, and you can get to Yorkshire that way without having to. Yorshka.
It's such a difficult thing to describe. So, Yorshka is another Covenant NPC, and this is for the Darkmoon blades this time. Now, the problem is the Darkmoon blades are literally the exact same as the Blue Sentinels, and it works kind of similarly again to Aldrich, where if someone is a member of the Way of Blue, and you're wearing the Darkmoon blades Covenant item, you will be summoned into people that are a member of the Way of Blue that are being invaded, and you'll be summoned into their world to help them beat the invader. If you beat the invader, you get a Proof of Concord kit.
Yeah.
And
I said Pale Tongue.
If you beat an invader that is a member of Rosarius, you get a what's the other thing you get?
It's the 2 Proof of Concord kit.
Yeah, Proof of Concord well kept.
Yeah, that's the one.
So basically, this shares Covenant items with the Blue Sentinels. And it's the exact same
It's
rewards and
defeating
stuff.
members of Aldrich Faithful get you the well kept, not the other one.
Aldrich
Oh yeah,
Faithful,
Havel's
that's
Ring is around here. Havel's +2 is around here.
Yeah.
And New Game +2, by the way.
But anyway, when it comes to Darkmoon Blades, we kind of explained it all in the Road of Sacrifices episode. But it's basically when you just trade in the Proof of Concord kept to her, and you can get Darkmoon Ring for 10 Proof of Concord, and for 30 you get Darkmoon Blade, which is genuinely a really great buff. But
Darkmoon Blade is actually one of the most efficient spells because a lot of people are stacked for lightning damage, so if you're a Faith build, then Darkmoon Blade is perfect because it's a magic version of Sunlight Blade essentially, but it scales with Faith. So considering most people are stacked for lightning damage and they're actually not very well stacked for magic damage because mages are shit, then Darkmoon Blade is very effective in PvP right now.
so the issue being is that Darkmoon Blades and the Blue Sentinels basically never fucking work. You will stand about for ages.
Oh no, they work a lot more now because hosts can just put the Way of Blue on whenever they want to.
True, but I mean at the same time it's still not ideal.
No, you shouldn't have to. The fact that one covenant relies on another covenant only means that in the long run this one's going to die.
Yeah. So we're back in Firelink Shrine and we're just doing our general kind of
Now we can buy. Oh yeah, you can buy Andrews, the Elite Knight set in here.
Yeah.
But what else is it we're doing? It's just generic Firelink Shrine stuff. Level up, more into health or stamina, depending or whatever other stat you want to level up at this point. We're going to take on one of the, what do you call them? Host of Embers, Lord of Embers or whatever. The
Lord of Cinder.
Lord of Cinder.
Something I will mention though is because it's very difficult to level up the Darkmoon Blade Covenant because you barely ever get summoned in to people's worlds. The Silver Knights up here, up at the top of these stairs, do drop Proof of Concord kept.
Yeah, an
However,
awful drop, right?
it is abysmally low, so you have to use a whole ridiculous setup.
You gotta use a farming setup. You gotta use like Symbol of Avarice and Covet's Gold Ring and shit like that. You gotta be stacked for item drop.
Yeah.
And you gotta do your damnedest to get as many as possible because it's probably gonna be quicker than trying to collect 30 in PvP. Because if you attribute loading times and possible losses and stuff like that and disconnects, then it might be quicker just to farm the 30 instead of. It's blocked my backstab attempt.
So Darkmoon Blade is a bit of an issue, Covenant, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So those Silver Knights, pretty basic, pretty simple to take down. Moving around to grab this item, and then we're going to go to the right side where there is a red-eyed Silver Knight who takes a little bit more to deal with. He's got a little bit more damage, he's got a lot more health. You guys should be fine.
Yeah, it's not that much.
That attack is pretty much a guaranteed backstab if you just get close and strafe around him. I mean, he's just giving me his ass day after day here, isn't he?
Yeah, he just loves showing it. It's presenting.
Yeah.
So, picking up this soul packet now, we're going to run to the Feelies part of the area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to mention it now because we mention it every episode. We're ignoring drops from enemies in the game because they're not guaranteed, so we won't pick up any ragdoll drops. Just so you know. Again.
Just so me and you are definitely on the same level playing field.
Yeah. Because then anything else that you want to, any like disadvantage that you have, like say you die more than us or whatever, you can make that up through farming. And oh yeah, this is time for Feelies.
Yeah.
So those of you that play Dark Souls 1 probably have your hearts shattered right now. So this area isn't as big as it was in Dark Souls 1 either. It's really only the big main hall, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a problem enemy that we're going to be dealing with in a quite easy way here. So if you look up onto the roof or get it at a certain angle, you'll see like one of those big stupid Aldrich spider things that we've done in Cathedral of the Deep. Now it's much easier in Cathedral of the Deep, but without this particular technique, this guy can curse you so fucking easily here. So it turns out there's actually a super easy way of fucking killing it, and it's like a bit of a weird AI glitch, so we're just going to do that, and you're never going to have a problem with him ever again.
Nope, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to run down, we're going to open these doors, and then we're going to run away.
Yeah. So there it is. You don't want to fight it here.
No, so
and,
I'm like begging for the doors to open.
It's just please don't, please don't.
I know. It's like the opposite of an Indiana Jones scene when he's trying to run before the doors close. I'm like, try to get there before hurry up.
Yeah. So you kind of need to bait it a little bit. You can use the throwing knives to, make sure it's properly aggroed on you.
Yeah.
Now, it's horrifying to behold, and it's quite fast also.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so quick. They're things like Usain Bolt. Except, you know, more legs.
More horrifying.
Yeah, and much more horrifying. I think I'd rather sit to dinner with Usain Bolt than that thing. So yeah, it'll just bug out like this, and it won't even attempt to do anything, so now you can get your 4 hits in, and it says game over. That's pretty much how you take care of it, guys. Just drag it down, and it won't attempt to get on the bridge in most cases, and in most cases its AI will bug, and you will get the Aldrich Sapphire that time, or the Aldrich Ruby. It was one of the two.
I'll put in the footage of what it's like trying to fight it normally, and it's not pretty. So, yeah, just don't even attempt to fight it.
Tack that on at the end after the outro. Just put it in as like an outtake.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, this is an Estus shard, by the way, and there's loads of these little blobs around, so just take care and avoid them.
Yeah.
And there's one more item in this hall to get, and then it's on to the boss. What is the last item again?
It's Proof of Concord.
Proof of Concord, yeah.
Yeah, so the game gives you one free. I think there's a couple of others that the game actually gives you, but regardless, any Proof of Concord is better than no Proof of Concord. Put it that way.
Yeah, especially how difficult it is to farm them. Any Proof of Concord is definitely better than no Proof of Concord.
And you can't even drop them for people as well, which is just abysmal.
Dick move.
I know.
You can with Cheat Engine. Because you can drop an item on the ground, change it into 99 Proof of Concords kept, and then they can pick them up.
Might just go about making people's day.
Yeah. Just thumbs up. Here you go.
Anyway, so we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine, just do your general Firelink Shrine shit.
Yeah.
Then go back. But see how far that fucking fireball went?
I know. Like... What, another Olympian in Anor Londo, I guess. Usain Bolt, and I don't know any famous Olympians who take part in the what is that
shot
called?
Put.
The shot put. Yeah, I don't know any famous Olympians who take part in that. I don't think it's a very media focused sport.
What's a putt? Like, I don't understand how shot put makes sense in regards to what they're doing. Surely it would be heavy ball throw. Do you know what I mean?
Like cannon arm.
Seems a bit off to me.
Yeah, so give Cole, and he'll be all sad because his friend the Giant's dead, because Andre is literally ancient. I mean, he would have to be. Anor Londo fell, Drangleic rose, then Drangleic fell and Anor Londo rose again, and Andre's still alive, beating the same damn anvil, making the same Balder swag sob.
Yeah.
So gutted that isn't in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Bastards.
Literally has it in his hands. So, what we wanted to mention, mentioned as last time, well, I've annotated it in, but the Shield of Want actually gives you plus 20% souls, which it means that if you're fast enough, you kill a boss, you can equip the Shield of Want and you'll get an extra 20% on the Covetous Silver's 10% as well. So you get 30% extra souls of the...
with both.
Yeah, so I mean, effectively what you can do is you can equip both shields on your left hand, and then when you've killed the boss, just switch to the Shield of Want. You don't need to meet the requirements to actually get the bonus souls. So that's just a thing.
See, if I'd knew that at the time of recording, I would have just like, because it's as simple as hitting start, X, down, X, right, X, and that's you get the Shield of Want on, because the Shield of Want is right beside the Dragon Crest shield in our inventory. Or at least you should do your best to try and position it that way. If you want to get into like swapping items around, then swapping from the shield you're using to the Shield of Want is a good way to get some quick souls at the end of a boss without actually compromising your build.
Yeah.
So now I've just baiting out that dashing attack so I can get past the Silver Knight Spear user, and now I'm just going to bolt straight to the boss.
Yeah, you don't need to fight any of this.
Nah, we going through. Just run it down mid. Dodging fireballs unsuccessfully, but we'll get there.
See that fucking ballsy fatso?
I know.
Fucking has all his exercise done. Right,
he's clearly claiming DLA for no reason. He doesn't need it.
So right, here we go. Aldrich, not a bad boss, not a great boss,
Bit of a prick.
You can deal decent damage at this point by just running straight in.
Yeah.
But basically the whole thing about this boss is you'll do some damage, he'll teleport away to another part of the arena and then start peppering you with spells, and it'll be all weird and snake-like.
Every time he spawns, he will deploy these homing soul mass things, and they're really fucking annoying. This boss also has a move where he turns his staff into a huge scythe, and if it hits you, the boss will gain a lot of health. You'll see that in this fight as well as a bunch of other like sort of spellblade-esque attacks where it will turn its like this, where it will turn into a fucking bow and it will just do that.
Okay, so
stage 2, that's way worse, by the way. That volley.
Yeah. Now, you want to be prepared for when it's actually about to teleport away, because it can like. You'll see it raise its staff up to like slam down. Try and dodge it at that point. It doesn't do so much damage that it isn't worth not do it.
That's the life hunt scythe.
Yeah. So if you get hit with that, he's got to regain back a bunch of health.
Yeah.
But as you can see, like the slam, like AOE attack doesn't do so much damage that it's like an issue. Now, something that I will say is that although it looks like the fire on the ground will damage you, it actually won't. It's purely cosmetic, so it's fine running through it.
I'm pretty sure it does damage you.
No. It's like a weird subliminal thing where I keep avoiding it, but I'm like, I don't need to avoid it.
No, I'm pretty sure it does damage you because I take damage from it. Alright, this is really bad, this volley. This one will follow you as opposed to just firing in front of him. So you want to run through it and then double back through it, but I get hit by a spell, so I get stuck.
That is actually very lucky that he didn't die from that.
Oh yeah, that could have killed me. I don't know why it continued past me.
So he's got these big swings. He will send out the Home and Soul Mass, but if you're at a distance and he's swinging, he's going to fire out a Soul Spear.
Yeah, very akin to Gwendolyn in Dark Souls 1, where he fires out the big massive soul orb. This thing here.
Yeah. That's
same dodge type, exact same. See, I'm taking damage here. In the fire, I was taking damage. I was 100%. I'm telling you, I was taking damage. I knew the fire isn't a cosmetic. That's why I always avoid it. You do take damage from it.
So with this boss, you need to kind of always be like on
try
the
and
move.
be behind it, because his tail actually extends out past the little AoE fog when it teleports, so you can hit it. In fact, I shouldn't really say its tail. Technically, everything we are walking on is Aldrich right now.
But yeah, so these things are easy enough to dodge, as you can see.
I'm literally just matrixing my way through it. Like, step back, Keanu, I've got this. And now I'm just going to end it because it's starting to swipe at me and I don't want it to do things.
Really, there's not, like, it's kind of difficult to give a solid strategy that's very different. Just kind of do what we do.
You'll learn Aldrich's moveset. When he's casting the Home and Soul Masses, just try and find a way to get in close, and then just keep an eye out for his scythe attacks and his attacks with his staff. Usually has a pretty long wind up, it's pretty telegraph, you should see it coming. But he does do heavy damage, so don't underestimate him and don't get too close and run out of stamina, otherwise that little AoE fog could chew you up.
Now, the main thing you want to be looking out for is that bow attack. I'll put in a bit of footage of more bow attacks, just so you can see a proper way of dodging it. But basically you need to have it chase you for a little bit, and then you need to run around it and double back, so its turn-in circle isn't sharp enough to like completely double back and follow you, so you need to kind of like juke it, so to speak.
Yeah.
It follows you and you go, oh, and then it kind of tries to run away, and then you need to go back the way it came. I
feel like that sound effect tells them exactly what they need to know to do.
Just,
do you know that?
Just whoop, there you go, done. That's
they know. Like, you don't need to show them. They know now. So yeah, we're back at Aldrich. Now we're gonna level up because we got a bunch of souls from beating Aldrich.
Yeah.
Sirris's questline should be available now as well.
Yeah, so we're gonna finish Sirris's questline. If you don't care about doing the rest of Sirris's questline at this point, you can do Leonard's questline.
No, you want to do this bit anyway and just get
you want to do this. Yeah,
done.
after you've done this part, you can do Leonard's questline, but there is a little bit more to do with Sirris, as there is another item to get. It's just one item though, and you can get her summoned for another two bosses if you so want. But if you don't care about that, you can do Leonard's right now. We don't recommend it. We recommend doing Leonard's when we do Leonard's, which is when you
like
properly finish. Yeah, well, it's actually a bit earlier than that, but once you've properly done Sirris's questline, that's when we recommend to do it. You may as well. But
right, so we go to the bonfire that's in the house, and now we're going to run straight to the boss. Now, you probably recognise this place. It's the Undead Settlement. We're going towards the Pit of Hollows, and Sirris's sign will be right up here, and we're going to be teleported to fight Hodrick one last time.
So this is kind of the problem with this game, where nobody would ever think of coming back here, realistically.
I mean, maybe Sirris has some dialogue that specifically mentions Hodrick or whatever.
Maybe.
Oh, no, in fact, never mind, because the fucking the green blossom tells you to come back here?
It doesn't really tell you
Yeah,
to
it
come
does.
back here. It's like a vague hint. Anyway, so Hodrick is quite tanky, actually.
Yeah, now he's got a bit more power behind him than the first time you fought him.
Less parry heavy though, so that's
I know,
something.
you didn't. Yeah, you did fight Hodrick. Hodrick's been that dick that parried me and fucking load of sacrifices.
Now, something I also will say is Hodrick's armor is fucking the tits. So once we've killed him, we highly recommend you do this because his armor is legitimately so good.
Yeah. Sirris even get a backstab in there. You fucking tell him.
Shouts out to Fat Gary for the sunless set advice. By the way, it was him that actually said the sunset set.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was actually him that said to use it, and I was like, wow.
Sirris walking away all slow, fucking edgelord.
I know.
Like, we get it. Oh, edgy.
So now we're back, and what we're going to do is just run straight into the pit of hollows like a fucking madman.
Jump, and then we're going to ski down some air because this makes sense.
Aye. It's,
Sure.
That was you reaching terminal velocity.
Alright, how do you explain how I suddenly gained some more forward trajectory when I was in a... Alright, okay. Was my ass a fucking jetpack?
Right, so we're putting on the sunset set now.
Because it is the best.
As you can see, it's some parts are lighter, but overall every part is like better. Now,
And with our current loadout, we can use it because of the Ring of Favour as well, so we
Okay.
can put on the full set.
Something to mention, we were accidentally using the Lothric Knight leggings that we accidentally picked up in the first part. The Lothric Knight leggings are actually a little bit better than the sunset set, but we're obviously putting the sunset set on because it's better than the night set that we should have been wearing, and you might not necessarily have the Lothric Knight leggings because they're a drop.
Oh yeah, so now talk to Sirris, accept her thingamajigger.
Yeah,
And this pretty much, that ends Sirris's questline for the time being. She's a summon for 2 more bosses and you pretty much don't interact with her again.
Not true. There's one more item. You need to, you talk to her one more time and you get one more item from her. You get like a talisman.
Oh yeah, we don't have the Sunless Talisman yet.
Yeah, which you will get.
Shit.
But after you get the Sunless Talisman, that's when you're super fine to do Leonard's questline. But if you don't care about the Sunless, Sunset or whatever fucking talisman, then you can do Leonard's questline then.
Sunless, it's Sirris of the Sunless Realms, right?
Okay.
So her stuff is Sunless and Hodrick's is Sunset.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's it for this part.
Yeah, essentially. So you're going to put in more footage of the mad freaky Aldrich spider thing, and more footage of Aldrich's thingamajigger as well, his
attack.
arrow volley. So you guys can enjoy that.
Yeah.
And that pretty much wraps it up for Anor Londo. The next area will be Irithel Dungeon and Profane Capital.
Yeah.
And then onwards and upwards to the last part of the game, basically, where we got a few more bosses left to go.
Yeah, so hope you look forward to that. We'll see you in the next part. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully it was informative.
See you guys then.
Bye.